bring Timber Creek to Van Alstyne. The past few months to a year, we've been talking about opening the second location. And I have lived in Van Alstyne for a couple years now. I love this area. I love the downtown, how everything is building and growing and so many people are coming. I think that this would be a great like new retail store that can come here, because as of now,
the public hearings were held on this particular item, or both these items rather, back in October. When the public hearings were originally held, there was no one from the public that spoke in regard to the requests. As a recap, you have annexation and zoning request before you this evening. The subject property is 1.6 acres, shown in yellow on this particular slide. For a bit of context, there is property that's under common ownership adjacent to the south that's currently zoned C1.
On that blue card, that was 3 businesses?
The 3 buildings would be the accumulation of the red and the green. This is also a request for straight zoning from agricultural to SF65, which is one of the city's new residential zoning districts. So this is not platting, this is simply a request to rezone the SF65 district.
All of your ordinances will still be in effect, and it's just the zoning.
The request to rezone the 2.0 acres from ag to SF65.
I would apologize, is that subject to the development agreement as well?
subject to the development agreement, yes, Alex.
Any questions on the motion? All in favor of the motion to approve the rezone, please say aye. Aye. Anyone opposed or abstaining? That motion does pass 7 votes to 0.
The other thing was the route of Bowen Street up to Fulton, I guess is where it would have to go to. Just seems like it's not well developed. The roads are not made to handle that much traffic.
It definitely weren't 65-foot wide lots or 75-foot wide lots, because we didn't require that at the time. Van Alstyne didn't require that at the time. So this is under 2.44 units per acre. And yes, the duet homes are a little more dense, but the other homes are definitely what I would consider luxury homes and not high density homes.
I used your words on your presentation. It said medium to high density, which is the duet high density. The medium was 65, which is fine because it meets our ordinance. I'm not even complaining about that. It's just, seems like the duets is just a creative way to get us to approve small lots and higher density.
Agreed.
And you said that you were happy that, we're below that 2.5 units per acre, right?
Yes.
2.44, because I did the math, and you used the whole property of 51.6 acres when you calculated that?
That's how you do it.
Right, what about that 10 acres that's floodplain?
86 lots, so that's a density of 2.42 lots per acre. And you'll see on the plat that they include all of the detention to open space, pipeline easement, right-of-way dedication.
Aren't they
So,
SF like 85 though?
Excuse
or
me?
80, what is it zone?
SF 84.
Yes.
I don't have a problem with the duet homes. I mean, you're talking about, out of 126 homes, you're talking about 34 of them. That's, 25%. I don't have a problem with that. My biggest problem goes back to Katrina's point about the entrance into the development and then Bowen. So I'd like to get more clarification on that. You said that at one point, the current entrance to the park would go away, and that would become park space, and then the main entrance into the park would also be the main entrance on Lincoln, and then taking Bowen into the park. Is that correct?
Councilman Neal's concerned with the front entrance portion there. I think there will be traffic coming in just to get to the park, turning right on Bowen Street. So I think it is important to have at least 3 lanes, if not 4. 2 on the input side, 1 would be a right turn under Bowen. I think the turn under Bowen is not meant for residential traffic exiting the neighborhood. It's just there to get people over to the park and for emergency vehicles, in my view. I think people leaving will go for now out onto 121, coming and going, the residents, because as Katrina said, trying to get across Fulton is. My other comment is the traffic on 121 right now, it's been my observation, is not really coming from anywhere within the city. The growth out in the county, out on the east side is substantial. Not to mention just people coming from Tom Bean and other cities, cutting through Van Alstyne to get to 75. So there's very little control we have over that, unfortunately. And the sooner we can get a bypass.
Exact site plan, as well as the roadway demand and what's roughly proportional, will be calculated as it develops. So right now you're just looking at the zoning from the AO to the the PD, and this one has a lot of moving parts with the PD, but it sounds like the Planning and Zoning Commission recommended this approval with everything up there. So right now, at the very first step, it's just purely zoning. So
among the very first of the roadways that we want to see improved, 4-lane divided concrete curb and gutter roadway from Highway 75 to Waco.
In terms of the presentation to planning and zoning presented, we didn't necessarily present that we would build it. I think the new information is my partner Brad Dean and I think because of the requirements of the quality of what the city's looking for, it really has to be designed in a way that is high quality.
As previously discussed with many of you, the Megatel Development Agreement, November 10th of 2023, Megatel Homes, via their legal counsel Tim Green, provided the City of Van Alstyne a development agreement proposal outlining the terms by which Megatel Homes LLC proposed to develop a large single-family, 3,500 homes, multifamily, 1,700 multifamily units, and commercial development known as Treasure Island Development
It's nice to see
Agreement.
people come to our city council meetings, so I welcome the public.
Um, you might not think we listen, but we really do listen. Even if there's one person here, we do take that into account. I hope we have seen that. So encourage neighbors and people to come in and let us know what they want us to do.
Thank you for city and staff, all you do. Alex, you're doing a lot, man.
Yeah.
So thank y'all, everybody being here. Appreciate y'all staying.
Yeah, Dusty?
Pretty much what they said. Thank y'all for coming. Thanks for all your work. Have a good night.
Marla?
At the end, it's just a ditto.
Yeah, I should jump around more often, right?
No, you're good.
No,
You're good. I'm good with that.
Yeah, thank you to all you do, Lane. I hope everybody had a happy Christmas and a happy New Year's. Thank you all for coming. Like Angelica said, it's always good to have people here making comments, voicing their concerns, and just being a part of this. So many times we just don't get anybody here, so we do enjoy people being here to speak up.
9 a.m. our Economic Development Corporation is sponsoring an opportunity for the public to come and be heard regarding the future of Van Alstyne. That is out at the Community College, again, 9 a.m. this Saturday. Everyone's welcome. I think we've got some 40 or 50 people on Facebook who said they'd be there. That probably means 20 or 30, so there will definitely be an opportunity. They have hired a consultant company to come in and gather input, so this is your opportunity to tell city leaders what you think Van Alstyne ought to be as we continue to grow and develop. Speaking of the college, our own Dusty Williams is presenting an excellent speaker series, the first of which is this month on the 23rd at 6 p.m. We'll be speaking about the history of Grayson County. So we look forward to that. I think it's a mere $10. You just go up online on the college website and register online to hear that. There'll be others in the future. We do have some winter weather coming in late this week, early next week, so we want to be careful out there and follow. I hate to promote Facebook, but the city will make note if things need to close, changes, any emergency situations on our Facebook pages, whether that be the police or the city page itself.